Welcome to your weekend focus for Saturday, August the 27th and the 28th, 2022. So we have the new moon in Virgo. We'll talk about that. We'll also talk about the Venus Uranus square. We'll talk about the Venus being opposite Saturn. We have a lot of Sun is squared to Mars. I mean, there's just so much happening. The new moon is squared to Mars. There's a lot of conflict. There's a lot of restless energy around us throughout this weekend. And so please hang around and find out how to use that energy to your best advantage, what to be on the lookout for, and how to walk forward with the strength to your best life ever. So let's start at the beginning. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. And thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. You guys absolutely rock. Thank you. The 27 energy. The 27 energy is a very fertile energy, okay? If we go to the lower denomination, the 2 plus 7 is a 9. Nines are about, yes, clearing house and clearing the path ahead in order to invite new energy in. So we have to let go of things. We have to move past things. Things break away from us. We can't hold on to those things. We have to let them go. So under the 9 energy, it's a very young, fertile energy to allow us to plant those seeds to grow. But it comes with a lot of conflict. Maybe we need a heavy rainstorm to soak the soil or whatever it may be. Now, if we look at the numerology of the day for Saturday, it is a 23 energy. The 23 energy is all about knowing that you are protected, that you are being guided into safe havens for where you need to go, where you need to be. So know that you are protected. Know that you are being, it's about following your gut feeling whenever we have that 23 energy, because we are being guided to the right path, to the right steps, to the right place, to the right people. If we just allowed ourselves to go with the flow and not put any conflict in there, or not much. We want to keep our thinking hats on at all times. 2 plus 3 is a 5, so that's a busier energy. Absolutely. It's about creating giggles and laughter, dance, song, just good time, celebration, being very creative, being very independent. In a very, very busy time. We want to do everything we want to, see everything we want to. It's like Gemini on steroids. If we go to the numerology of the day for Sunday, it is a 28 energy. Opportunities can arise, but it's usually through very unexpected events that happen. So expect the unexpected whenever you have that 28 energy. Now, 2 plus 8 is a 10, and that is about a newer energy coming upon us. Seasons are changing. It's time to close those chapters in our life, to put some form of completion or healing upon our past so that we can move forward without taking that with us, taking that energy, that burden with us forward, making our steps lighter. And if we look at the numerology of the day, it would be a 15 energy, and that's about our habits, our behaviors. That's about changing maybe something for our health, our well-being. Maybe it's something within our mundane routines that really changes, it allows us more time or energy or resources in our life because of the change, or a better, more positive feeling about ourselves, or embracing our strength or our courage in a more meaningful way in order to go forward. Now we have Venus square, we have the Sun in Virgo and we have the Moon in Virgo, and they come together at 4 degrees, making our new moon. And our new moon, usually Virgo brings out this beautiful love and harmony, and we are all running around with rose petals about what we are actually going to create, and we're very grounded in what we're going to create, and we're getting our ducks in a row, and it's just a beautiful atmosphere. But it is squared Mars. So potentially there's a lot of destructive energy around us when that happens. When Mars is squared to both the moon and the sun. It could be in our personal lives. It could be an interior thing with us. It could be an exterior thing. It could be within a relationship or a partnership or just an association within the community. at work, whatever it is. Somebody might try and push your buttons. Sun is also, yeah, push your buttons, test your limits, see how far they can push you. So be aware of this. I mean, almost be defensive for the weekend. Okay, so there we go. We had a little bit of acknowledgement that yes, definitely be on the defense a little bit. Keep yourself protected. Don't get into those arguments. Don't get into those squabbles. Don't get into those dramas. It'll only lead you down a rabbit hole that you didn't ever want to go to in the first place. So be very wise with where you use your energy, but yet, yeah, we have to channel that restless energy, that destructive energy, because even though it may be around us, it also is a part of who we are going out there in the world. And so we want to use it in our best way possible. So it's vigorous exercise, really. It's about throwing yourself into something. Have a beach party where you're playing volleyball, or and everybody's getting, tuckered right out, or go for a run, or go for a challenging hike, or, decide to clean out that closet or that garage once and for all, and really get serious about what you're doing, and hyper-focused even, and make it a challenge, and use your energy in those ways, because there will be conflicts this weekend. There will be conflicts. It could be interior, it could be exterior, it could be both, okay? So, say a prayer for everybody here and around you that you love, that they'll walk through this energy a little unscathed and better for it. So it's not the time to resist change. It's not a time to overreact. It's time to be very level-headed and be very grounded. Virgo will give us that kind of energy, so don't worry about that. The sun and the moon, we're much more grounded with that Virgo energy than in other signs, so we're protected in that way. So burn up that energy that you have inside and use it towards a focus of what you want to do, where you want to go. We also have Venus, and not till Sunday, but Venus is opposing Saturn. And there could be delays, there could be limitations, there could be upsets within love or finances, okay, and delays in those areas. You thought something was coming through, it doesn't happen. You thought somebody was going to come through for you, it doesn't happen. And it could push. So very practical, okay? We want to practical, we want to plan, we want to strategize, we want to prepare for our path forward. We don't want to take those steps. We want to look at our finances especially, and if there's a way of paying off a debt, or maybe just putting your finances in an order so that you know where you stand going forward. This is excellent energy for those kinds of things, because you dig deep, you think thoroughly, you're very grounded in your approach. You're not like, oh, this is going to be fun money. You're very much about, no, I'm going to take that money, I'm going to pay off that credit card at 18 or 22% interest, and so I don't have that debt anymore, and then I'm going to be having all kinds of vacation with what I used to pay as that minimum payment every month. So it's about taking hold of something in your relationship, or taking hold of in your relationships, in your love relationships. It could be with a best friend, it could be with a partner, absolutely. It could be a platonic relationship, a loving relationship, and take a hold of your finances in some way, and really understand. So if you take anything positive from the new moon, I think it's planning and preparation for your path forward. Finances and relationships are definitely two places in our lives that will keep us busy till, we don't have enough time. We never do, to get our ducks into order. Oh my goodness, who jumped out? Let's see who jumped out. I guess that's them saying, move along. The Lovers. So it is about growing the relationships deeper, stronger. Maybe it's a passion, a dream, a desire of yours. Okay? The Lovers is here to tell you to embrace the passion, embrace the love. See what you truly have in front of you. Okay? And that might dissolve a whole bunch of petty arguments that might have come along the day, just by realizing the potential of your love towards that person. And it could be a best friend, it could be a partner. And see them and see yourself loving them. embracing them and them embracing you and loving you. Of course, it's a two-way street. Or it could be a passion, a desire, and growing that dream a little bit more of what you want to step into or what you want to grow bigger and stronger each and every day. Okay, we'll put the Lovers back in there. Oh, we have the Fool is at the bottom. So, yeah, there could be a lot of things that happen in our lives this weekend and going forward over the next 2 weeks, because really new moons last the full month, really, if you look at it that way. But then we go into the full moon energy in a couple of weeks. So, you know, these next couple of weeks can be a lot harder than they usually are every year. When we do have our new moon in Virgo, usually it's happiness and it's beauty and getting our ducks in a row and getting organized. And, you know, it's about clearing out the clutter and really being specific about where you want to go. And those things are still there, but they're overshadowed by a lot of conflict and a lot of struggles, a lot of learning, a lot of challenges that we may have to step into throughout this next little period. But you're prepared and you know it's there, and you know how to use your energy that you just want to go with and start running or start arguing or start debating. And we don't want to be doing those things. We want to back it up. Okay, just back it up, retreat, maybe seek a compromise. They won't be expecting that because they're going to be on the defensive. Okay, let's cut the cards here. Oh, we didn't look at the bottom card. Hang on. Oh, look at that. The Star card. Making the impossible possible through our challenges, through our conflicts, okay? If we remain grounded, if we really think through our responses, if we really think of what's best for everybody, what is the win-win situation? What is the compromise we can make here about having a full-fledged war over the subject or this thing or this issue or this whatever it may be? The Star is here to make the impossible possible. The Star is saying that it is obtainable. Whatever you want to step into, wherever you want to go, whatever you want your relationship to look like or your environment to look like or the inner you to shine through as. Where you thought that it was impossible to go that way, that there was something blocking you, something making you procrastinate. Maybe it was a fear, maybe it was an anxiety. Seeing your way through that now. Understanding through a conflict that might happen, right? And it opens your eyes to, wow, I really never saw that before. And now that I see it, I can't unsee it. And it's part of my decision making going forward. And now I can go in that direction because before I always thought this. And now I'm thinking that. So very much making the impossible possible. So our first card out of the deck is the High Priestess. Wow. Are we ever getting slammed, right? Friday's reading was pretty intense too with the strong energy that came up. But we have the High Priestess here. Now the High Priestess, first and foremost, is about you going within yourself, contemplating on the magic that lays within you. That is, it's there. Maybe you've scratched the surface, but you do not know your true potential for your talents, your abilities, your magic, the unique you, and how you can do things in such a way that nobody can. Your toolbox, your light. The High Priestess is here to remind you that there is magic within you, each and every one of us, absolutely. And there's also a lot of magic around us. And so we should we should expect miracles in our life each and every day. Wondrous moments, happy celebrations, that we should expect those things in our life. Those little serendipity kind of moments, even. To just expect those miracles. If you're in a bad place right now, start expecting the miracle to happen. And it'll happen if you leave it wide open. It'll happen in a way that you never would have expected it to happen. And things just come together. And that's kind of the energy here as well. Right? Especially with the 27 energy is part of it. The 23 energy is part of it. Even the 4 energy of getting our ducks in a row. Really understanding where our happiness is and where we need to find more balance in our life, more structure in our life, more strength and foundation in our life. The High Priestess is here to say, you have so much magic within you. You can do so much. You are so powerful. If you only realized a tenth of what you have to work with. The Page of Cups is back from Friday as well. Moved up to position number 2, telling us to dream. Telling us to talk to God, our angels, our spirit guides, the universe, the cosmos. That divine energy, that mystic energy, however you talk to, whatever names you use, whatever words. It's not the words, it's not who you're calling, it's your intention going forward and asking for miracles to happen and then expect them. This is about growing the dream, it's about dreaming. It's about dreaming of the possibilities, the endless possibilities that are truly in front of you. It's about getting excited about who you are. It's about asking for help and a clue and a path forward and the right people in your life. It's raising your energy to what you want. I mean, the Page of Cups is she's such the romantic, and she's a little naive, yes, but she'll learn in time, but she won't ever lose that love she has for herself and life. So I guess it's about embracing yourself and embracing life and just living each moment and to the fullest. And how are you going to do that? I mean, we are in new moon energy, so how are you going to do that? What paths do you want to step into? What opportunities? What kind of relationships? What kind of foods do you want to eat? What kind of places do you want to go to? Nine of Swords. Well, we could let worry just take us just right to the place we don't want to go. Worries, concerns, fears, anxieties. Here we are getting ready for bed and we can't sleep. It's the wee hours of the morning and we can't fall asleep. We're tossing, we're turning, we're thinking about tomorrow, we're thinking about yesterday. And that little tiny incident turns into this big giant snowball rolling down the hill. And it grows and it grows and it grows. Now this could also, the teddy bear is there in the corner, and I don't usually see the teddy bear. So this could be something that you've been holding on to from childhood. It could be something your brain tells you to go to. You know how it takes you down that memory walk and all of a sudden you're in the worst possible moment of when you were 5 years old. So it could be something that you felt shameful about, that you wanted to hide because you're looking at it through a 5-year-old's eyes or a 7-year-old's. What has shamed you? What has made you feel less than worthy of that goal, that dream, that desire? I mean, if we're going to have conflict in our life, if we're going to have challenges in our life, then let's pick one that can really work us through something that has been holding us back. Once again, the chimes come in. So this is about not letting those worries and concern fester, okay? It's only the here and now. Tomorrow is not promised. Yesterday is over. The only place that exists now is in your mind. So the here and now and what you can do to go forward. The Eight of Pentacles, we start looking at ourselves. There is a confidence about ourselves. We do feel like we are up for the challenge. We look at some of the things that we have done in the last little while and we are going, not bad. And maybe you've improved in one area of your life or another, or maybe within a relationship. Maybe at your job, maybe at the community, maybe you stepped up and joined something. You found out you're really good at it. Maybe you're opening up new passions and dreams or working on growing your expertise in a certain area. But you're looking at what you've accomplished so far and you're pretty impressed with yourself. So look at all those little things you do. All those little things. The day you walked down the sidewalk and you smiled at that person and it kind of raised them up a little bit. And you know what? Come to think of it might have lifted you up a little bit too. Raised your light, raised your energy. That was a beautiful thing you did. You didn't have to. You could have kept your eyes down on the sidewalk and a disgruntled look upon your face. You had that choice. You had free will. But you made the decision to smile at somebody. For whatever reason. Maybe there was no reason at all. There doesn't need to be. But you raised somebody up. You brought more light, more. Anytime you've done that, so don't overlook the simple things, because the simple things have great gravity in your life when you start noticing them within yourself, and you start doing more because you start noticing that this is truly who you are and how it makes you feel when these things happen in your life. But there's a little bit more to this card, because we're getting ready to roll up our sleeves. We're getting ready to go to work. We're getting ready to raise that bar on ourselves. We're getting ready to shoot for the stars. So it's not only seeing what we've accomplished, but knowing what we can do if we just pushed a little bit more, put a little bit more focus into it, a little bit more patience into it, a little bit more discipline into it, where it could go, how it could expand. And then we have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands with the new moon being at 4 degrees. Here we are, the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is exactly really what I went into a tangent about there a little bit. I skirted around it at least. Here we are. And we've put up 4 wands. We've even hung up a little bit of garland because we want to make it look all fancy. And it's not much, okay? It's not much, but it's something. It's where we are. It's what we've worked to this point. So it's about celebrating you a little bit today. Understanding your worth, understanding your value, understanding the magical you. And when you can do those things, you can conquer just about anything, any fear, any worry, any anxiety. Absolutely. So, no, it doesn't look anything like that castle in the background, but you know what? It's something. And if it's something, that means we're doing something, which means we're giving it energy, which means we're moving in the right direction. Okay, let's get a mantra card, shall we? Illusion. Embrace the truth. Illusion. So where have you been wearing blinders? Where have you been not wanting to look at that corner, that relationship, that thing they do, that habit you have, that guilt you carry with you? Are you going around saying, yeah, I'm okay financially. I'm pretty well set. But if you wrote it all out on paper and all the credit card bills and really looked at it, you'd see that you weren't such a great investment to anybody else. And you need to work on it. And that's where you get your motivation from looking at the truth and seeing the truth. So, the illusion. Embrace the truth. Now, the truth, too, could be that you are exceptional beyond belief. And you've always been told that there wasn't that much to you. You don't have any great talent. You're not smart. And you've been living the illusion of what they said was gospel truth instead of just what it was, their opinion. So illusion means having a false perception of something or someone that is not real. Everyone is destined for greatness. However, you may be held back by something you willingly embrace and may not even realize it. Your ego is changed to a comfortable, materialistic lifestyle or an unhealthy relationship. This negative illusion is holding you back from being who you truly are. A mental and emotional, rigorous self-evaluation is needed in order to move forward with confidence and embrace your beauty and magic of life. The mantra is, I see things with truth and move forward with confidence. It takes a brave soul to do some of that inner work, but when you start doing that inner work, you release a lot of pent-up tension and energy that you didn't even know that you were carrying with you. Okay, we'll get an animal card here. So being truthful with yourself about where you are, where you have been. I don't think the Hermit came out, but he has been. And it is about strategy. We can't make a proper strategy if we're not being truthful to ourselves about the current situation. So, the sea otter, happiness. The sea otter is here today, happiness. Be the master of playful living. Release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. We did have the lovers come out telling us to embrace love, our passion. We do have the 5 energy about creating giggles and laughter at every turn. So it's very important over the next 2 weeks that we keep our happiness front and center in the conscious acts so that we don't forget, we don't get caught up in some kind of chaos or some kind of struggle, debate, worry, concern, anxiety. That we always remember to enjoy ourselves, to laugh, to have some fun. So the sea otter is here to tell us to have happiness in our life. Be the master of playful living. Release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. And yes, very much we were reminded to follow our passions, embrace our passions, even with the High Priestess as our first card, to look within and see the magic within, to love ourselves, to know that we are deserving, that we are worthy. Okay, we are going to get a Journey of Love card because this deck just kind of brings it all together each and every time. I can't do the authors any kind of justice with an ad-lib to these cards, so we do it verbatim from the book. There's a beautiful poem and then a description of the energy of the card and how we can use it in our lives. And we have 25. Seed of the heart. Seed of the heart. Okay, short little poem here. When sky can imagine, the dark awake, in awe, light pervades, and bears the vast, tranquil mystery, softly caressing the blue, bold birth. Okay. Within each one of us is a divine seed of love waiting to blossom into fullness. We don't always know what type of blossom we shall be, however, and sometimes if we try to figure out in advance, the blossoming itself can cause us anxiety, pain, fear, because it is taking us into an unknown, unexpected direction. We may even fear that the direction we are headed is away from the path and purpose, as if that were even possible. The seed of the heart arises as guidance when we are unfolding in a new manifestation of the divine light within. It comes as encouragement to trust, to surrender, to allow, and to be as open, unthinking, and ready for the unexpected as possible. A plant just needs the right conditions to grow healthy. And if you have ever seen a blade of grass pushing up through a crack in the pavement, then you'll know that when something is meant to grow to the light, it will do so, even against the most apparently insurmountable odds. This oracle brings you guidance. The right conditions are being brought to you, the most perfect support for your own divine blooming. Trust. Know that the seed is in your heart. Know that the seed in your heart knows how to grow, and life supports it. It is also a sign that something in your relationships is sprouting a new energy. Don't be afraid to try new ways of relating now, as your life energy supports it. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.